Sometimes it's better to go places where they actually want you. If they got to fake like they want you, they'll do everything they can to shortchange you. Let's talk about that for a second. We don't need to. Let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. First, let's go with the history. 2000, Spurgeon win at a Texas State University. Round 6, 2004, Luke McCown out of Louisiana Tech. 2005, Charlie Fry out of Akron. 2007, Brady Quinn out of Notre Dame. 2010, Colt McCoy out of Texas. 2012, 2 years later, Brandon Whedon out of Oklahoma State. 2014, 2 years later, Johnny Manziel out of Texas A&M. 2016, 2 years later, Cody Kessler out of USC. 2017, 1 year later, DeShone Kizer out of Notre Dame. 2018, literally 1 year later, Baker Mayfield out of Oklahoma. 2023, Dorian Thompson-Robinson out of UCLA. In 2025, Shedeur Sanders out of, I guess you want to call it the Colorado University. Well, people, that should let you know just how confident the Cleveland Browns are in their quarterbacks. Now, if you really want to get froggy, and I kind of do, let's see. They had got Tim Couch in 1999, right? Well, 2000, Doug Peterson, Tim Couch, and Spurgeon Wynn all had starting positions at quarterback. Yeah, that was 2000, 2001, Tim Couch. 2002, Tim Couch, Kelly Holcomb. 2003, Kelly Holcomb and Tim Couch. 2004, Jeff Garcia, Luke McCown, Kelly Holcomb. 2005, Trent Dilfer, Charlie Fry. Then Charlie Fry, Derek Anderson, Charlie Fry, Derek Anderson, Brady Quinn, again, Ken Dorsey, and Bruce Grotowski. Brady Quinn, Derek Anderson, Cole McCoy, Jake Delhomme, Seneca Wallace, Cole McCoy, Seneca Wallace, Brandon Whedon, Dan Lewis, Jason Campbell, Brandon Whedon, Brian Hoyer, Johnny Manziel, Colin Shaw, Josh McCown again, Johnny Manziel, Austin Davis. Well, I keep going on? Okay. Cody Kessler, Robert Griffin III, Josh McCown, DeShone Kizer, Kevin Hogan, Baker Mayfield, Tyrod Taylor, Baker Mayfield, Case Keenum, Nick Mullins, Jacob Brissett, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, P.J. Walker, Jeff Driscoll, Jameis Winston, Deshaun Watson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Bailey Zapp. These are the quarterbacks from this great franchise, the Cleveland Browns, since 2000. Look, I'm not going to say I know anything going on behind the scenes. Anybody who was not in that damn room with the GMs and Shedeur Sanders, they can kiss ass. They don't know. But I can tell you one thing. The Cleveland Browns have a history of having a plethora of quarterbacks. And all of those quarterbacks don't get a chance to succeed. The only one to even win a playoff game was Baker Mayfield, and they shipped his ass out. So yeah, I understand the situation. I even actually understand the fans that show support for Shedeur Sanders by not buying merchandise from the Cleveland Browns website, but from Shedeur's website. I get it. I 100% get it. Stand behind them. The Cleveland Browns is where quarterbacks go to die. Let's be honest. I just read you every quarterback from 1999 to 2024. Every single one. High draft picks, low draft picks. Change coordinators, change GM, change coaches. all these coaches they have are quote unquote gurus at something when they get there. Cleveland is where they go to die. Not physically die, but professionally die. So say we have confidence in Shedeur. Now look, right now, the quarterback room we have in Cleveland, so you have Dylan Gabriel, who objectively Shedeur is better than, be honest. Then you have what? You have the man Joe Flacco, who's 145 years old. Man literally played with Ray Lewis. I think he replaced Steve Ed McNair. Probably not, but it's close in that range. Then you have Deshaun Watson. If you telling me Shedeur Sanders doesn't have a chance to win this damn QB room, I think you're full of shit. Hating or not, Shedeur Sanders has a chance to win this QB room. But see, here's the problem that the Cleveland Brown fans are going to understand. This is the one thing I don't think anybody brought up. Shedeur Sanders is a fifth-round pick, right? He is expected to make a contract about 4 years, $4.5 million to $4.65 million. That's his contract. He made more than that last year, and that's over a 4-year deal right there. This is what I believe, and this is what I think really truly happened. The NFL is like the SEC. The SEC gets lots of 3-star kids. They do. Alabama recruits 3-star and 4-star kids. Use them as blocking buddies. You play in practice dummies. The NFL, we'll get a kid in the 5th through 7th round, pay him like $1 million a year. If he turns out great like Brock Purdy, Tom Brady, perfect. But other than that, just somebody in practice so our stars can get better. But now with these kids having NIL, they ain't got a rush to come out. Now, Quinn Ewers had the real big problem. But these kids don't have a rush to come out right now and become target practice for the NFL. But now that Cleveland has a quarterback that they're going to underpay for the next 4 years, and they didn't get him in the first year, which means that 5th year is not an option. Let me tell you something, people, and you're going to love this. You're not going to have these kids jumping to play, to be drafted in the 5th, 6th, 7th round. You're going to have players play for like 9, 10 damn years in college. Dylan Gabriel. I'm just saying, that's what's going to happen. What I think Shedeur Sanders is going to do, he's going to get to Cleveland, and he does have that Sanders last name. No matter how much y'all thought y'all busted a man, and if you know what I'm talking about. His name is still Sanders. I mean, he'll come there with a rock the size of Gibraltar and wear that secondary out. Yeah, you may think he can't read a defense or can't translate from college to the NFL. The same shit y'all talking about him as far as reading the defense and the coverages and being a system player. I hate to say this, but I'm a Chiefs fan to the day I die. The same thing I said about Pat Mahomes. And yeah, revisionist history, y'all talking about Pat Mahomes having an arm and all that good shit. Y'all weren't saying that when he got drafted. Y'all were saying that about Mitch Trubisky. So let's not act like anybody knows what the hell they're talking about as being a scout. But one thing we do know, there are certain teams that are, let's not say purgatory for quarterbacks. Let's just call it what it is. QB hell. And that's what Shedeur is going. So Shedeur, I'm hoping you go up there and you just show out for 4 years. And then once 4 years is up, moonwalk your ass somewhere else. But what do I know? Coach Simmons, you have a wonderful day. Shedeur, Believe it or not, I'm rooting for you. I'm out.